Tottenham did give it a go. Fair play to the players, fair play to the manager. They did give it a go. They really went for City, especially early on. But they just weren't good enough. It's as simple as that. They were losing the ball trying to play out. Half the team wanted to, half the team didn't. Their movement was half-hearted for that. But they did get chances. They did get chances. Son threw on goal against their backup keeper, who's still one of the best in the league. Um, Credit to him because that was a great save. But yeah, they had the chances. It was close, but it was inevitable. Really, City sort of turned it on the second half, and yeah, 2-0 was comfortable in the end. But I'm at least happy that the players did go out there and give 100%, and the manager set up that way because there was some people that thought they wouldn't do that, which is crazy. They're all footballers, they're competitors, they're winners. They're not just going to be able to switch that off. And bearing in mind they're still playing for the Champions League, so that was never going to happen. But what I don't get, what I cannot understand is how a Tottenham fan can see a Man City goal go in against them and they start celebrating. I mean, that is baffling. It's embarrassing, actually. It is embarrassing celebrating a goal that's going in against your own team just so Arsenal don't have a chance of winning the league. Like it's actually embarrassing. Like it's a joke. You're still playing for the Champions League. You're still playing for stuff. And now, if they lose on the weekend, Tottenham and Chelsea win, they're not even fifth. Like they're miles off it now. So for them to be celebrating them losing the game is a joke. And there's a famous saying that goes, losers focus on winners and winners focus on winning. And that's what's happening there. Tottenham are focusing on Arsenal when they should be focusing on improving their club, going for Champions League, climbing up the ladder, but they're not. And that just shows where the club's at the moment. It just shows where it's at. And thank God I was only a Tottenham fan for one day. Thank God. And Ange's comments are spot on. Like that shows he's aware of the situation. He's aware that some of the fans' mentality is wrong, and that maybe that's been installed in them over time of not being at the top, not playing for them top positions in the league. But he knows he's got a job on his hand now, and I don't think he's too happy with some of the attitude of the fans, and it seems like some of the players and staff inside the club, from what he said. Um, yeah, so it was some interesting comments, definitely. But nonetheless, Man City did get the win. It was a 2-0 win in the end, and they're now top of the league, and they're in control. They are in control, and they've got West Ham at home on Sunday, last game of the season. West Ham's form is not the best at the moment. They've won one game from their last six, and that was at home against Luton. So it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Arsenal fans at the moment because they're more than likely going to win that. Um, do they have a chance? Yes, they have a slight chance. Again, very, very slim. But the only thing I can sort of pick out from it is the end of the season is sometimes the few games leading up to the season, the players are, they're saying they're on the beach, their minds are elsewhere. But when it's the last game, the finishing line's in sight. It's basically all done. You can go and give everything, knowing that you've got your holidays coming up, you've got your rest coming up as well. So you can sort of give everything. It's almost like the last round in a boxing fight when everyone just starts swinging and really going for it. That can happen, and we know Man City. They always do concede a few chances against them, regardless of the level of the team. They do just the way they play. So it could maybe West Ham could maybe nick one goal, and then they'd just have to hold on. So maybe only conceding one. So a 1-1 draw, I can maybe see happening like 5-10%, but yeah, it's not looking. I'm not too confident in that. It's actually, especially at Man City, it should be a comfortable win. And then on the flip side, Arsenal do have Everton at home, and again, it should be an easy win at the Emirates. I do think the City West Ham game that should be an easier win than the Arsenal Everton game. Just based on their form. I mean, Everton's last, what is it? Their last six games. I think they've only lost one, and that was the sixth game ago. So the last five they've either drawn or won. And that was the one they did lose was against Chelsea, the 6-0 battering, I think. So yeah, they're on good form, but again, they're not playing for anything. I think they've come. Sean Dyche has come out and said he's not going to like even continue the to argue the charges now because they've sorted it. They've climbed up the ladder and they've got enough points to stay up. So yeah, I don't think they're really going to be playing for anything. Arsenal should get a comfortable victory for that, I reckon. Do they have a good chance? I reckon it's going to be like a good 2-0 win for Arsenal in that game. I don't think Arsenal need to change much. We're in sort of that flow state, that good rhythm. You know, we're sort of very military like at the moment. We're in the zone. So we don't really need to change much. Um, and we just need to keep the belief that Arsenal have a chance. You know, we have a chance, but we need to get our job done first. Get our job done, and then we see what happens with the City game. My prediction for that is a 2-0 win, I reckon. No changes to the starting lineup. Keep it exactly the same with Partey in the holding role. Trossard would start out on the left and Havertz up front. I think that'll be solid. Yeah, and I mean I've just thought of this actually, but the only other thing that could come into it is, of course, I think if Arsenal win the league, I think West Ham get like 5 million just because of the Declan Rice transfer. So that could be a little incentive. Give a percentage of that to all the players. They might step it up a couple of gears. You never know. And maybe there's part of them that wants to win for their old teammate. You know, get a London club to win the league instead of a City for the fourth time.